Hi y'all, this is your old Hoosier Hillbilly, and I know it's been a while since I put up a video here on my channel, but this weekend we're out here at the 6th Annual Southern Indiana Vintage Camper Rally, and they call it the Hobo Fest 2014. And I run across this camper here, and it's a, so to speak, 1959 Metzendorf. But anyway, it's owned by Dan and Laura, and they're out of Greenwood. And as you can see, I'm having to get a little closer here, but as you can see, it's very pretty. I'll walk around over here. You know, they got some of the vintage stuff set up here, and you can see on this side that it's bright yellow and it's very shiny aluminum. And the old windows in there, the old window up here on the front, and let's take a walk around here. And you can see it looks like they got the old metal lined door here on the front and the older windows there and lights and stuff, and well, you can see inside here what it looks like. And it's all set up with the nice looking countertop and a little bit of storage up here and a little place to sit and eat and a bed. And that's because this Metzendorf was built a little bit different than what you would normally see. Because when you come around the back here, there's a stand-up galley back here, kind of like your teardrop trailers. And you can see how it's set up back here. Got overhead cabinets up there with sliding doors on it, and stuff hanging here on the wall with the light, and storage there for your spices and the sink, and there's storage underneath there, and you can see the toaster and the stove and all that stuff. And as you can see back here, as Dan was telling me a while ago, the bumper drops down so that you don't bust your shins while you're back here cooking and cleaning and stuff. But anyway, here's the guy that owns that. His name's Dan, and I'll let him tell you a little bit more about this camper. And whatever you want to tell him.
Well, this is kind of what I call a hybrid. I'm a hot rodder and a camper builder, and more specifically a teardrop camper builder for the last 10 or more years. And we've been in and out of, we got the bug for vintage campers and been in and out of several different vintage campers. But my teardrop building business kind of evolved into a kind of a copy of an early vintage camper. And then so I started building this one from scratch, from the frame up. And we just did a kind of a variation of the design. Teardrop camper, by definition, is a camper you can't stand up in. It's got a kitchen, a galley on the back. And so we built different designs and sizes of teardrop campers, and decided to try something that was just a little bit bigger. Most vintage campers of some sort, besides teardrops, are campers you can stand up in. So that kind of deters from the teardrop definition. But this one here actually has that. It has the ability to stand up inside with a drop floor, but still has the cooking and galley on the back for all your food prep.
Well, you want to take us inside, Dan, and show us some of the things you did in there? Now, as he said, even though it says Metzendorf on it, this is actually a copy of a Metzendorf.
Yeah, it is. We used the profile from a '59 Metzendorf to get the shape, and then we found one, believe it or not, that was totally beyond use. So we salvaged the doors, the windows, and a few of the lights and components out of. So we tried to make it as authentic as possible. But then obviously Metzendorf never made one that had the hatch on the back, so it's a little bit of a twist. But for the most part, it is the same shape and size, and for the most part, pretty close to the same weight as what the original Metzendorf was. It's got a bed that is real close to a queen size, a custom-made mattress for it. It's air conditioned, it's heated, it's got all new modern wiring and power converter and lighting. It's got storage space inside for clothing and camping gear, and then of course in the back it's got storage space for all the cooking and food.
Right. And I noticed when I was standing back there, and I didn't point it out to him a while ago, maybe we can see in here. See the hole? That's for the pass-through. That's so you can come in here where it's air conditioned, and the two of you can sit down at a nice, cozy little bar and have you something to eat. And then turn on the tunes. Where's the tunes at?
The tunes are yet to be installed. We're kind of a work in process. There is one feature that I haven't told you about that yet, though. You said something about sitting at a cozy table. If you so wish, the seat folds up on the right side of the cozy table, and it's got a toilet underneath of it. For midnight excursions.
That would be handy.
So a little hidden thing there that in case you need to get up in the middle of the night or something. A lot of the campers of this era did not have any kind of a bathroom facility in them, so it kind of comes in handy at times.
I see. And do you want to show some of the pictures that you got on your iPad on how this thing kind of went together? See if we can take a video of his iPad. I've never tried this before. This will be a first.
Well, I started out building teardrop campers. That is what got me started in all this. As I say, then we got the vintage bug, and we did everything from a complete wood-sided camper.
Oh, that's cool.
To a restoration on a 1947 teardrop camper. To a wood-sided copy of that 1947 camper.
Now you can see all the hot rod influence on this because of the white whites and the painted rim and steelies and all that.
And I don't know if I've got a picture of the other one that we did for her hot rod, but it was all painted to match. The fenders matched his hot rod and all. We do a lot of that. This is a picture of that's a 46 behind my 48 Chevy pickup truck. So that I thought it was cool that a lot of old motels, it's covered or surrounded with grass out by the sign, but this one had a drive. So I thought I was on my way up to another show and thought it was nice to pull in front of that sign and take a kind of a vintage look at it.
And they were also called motor courts instead of motels or motor inns.
Then we come across this very rare model of a Metzendorf camper made in 1957, and at the time I was still building teardrops, and I had a couple of people that almost on a dare, so we'll make a copy of that camper, and that's what evolved into my modern model that we call a Metzendorf. That's still 8 foot 3 inches long camper that's 6.5 foot wide, weighs 1,200 pounds. Still a two-person camper, which is what most teardrops are, but something you can actually stand up in and change your trousers instead of laying down doing it. So that's kind of what I do now, is build my copy of my my Metzendorf campers in either vintage style or a modern style.
That looks pretty good.
And that's what kind of prompted to build on this one. I repurpose pop-up tent camper trailer frames, and this particular frame was going to be a little more difficult to cut down to my small size, so this one here is a little longer than most of my Metzendorf. So hence, then we also tried to copy the Metzendorf design with this particular style.
Yeah. Now, do you have a website and everything that everybody could go and check out?
Yes, I do. My company is called WetzelTraceTravelers.com. It's basically a lot of the same pictures you just saw. A lot of the ones I also do camper restoration on some vintage campers. There's half a dozen vintage campers we've done restoration on.
That's cool.
And either flipped them or used them ourselves for a year or two and camp out of them and then end up selling them.
I see.
So we change campers every time people see us. We're in a different camper.
I see. Well, Dan, I appreciate you taking the time to explain about your camper, and I seen it sitting here, and well, it's bright yellow, and that's kind of one of my favorite colors. And I thought we have to do a video on this one.
I understand.
Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.